G'day everyone, out of 555 here. How are you all? It's been a while, I know. So, welcome back to the channel. If you're a new subscriber, then welcome. So, I'm Audi 555. I've got this motorcycle, which is a 450 MT, as well as my other motorcycle, which is a Honda CTX 700. In today's video on the 450 MT, I'm going to be looking at what's come through the air, so to speak. It is a over-the-air software update for the 450 MT. You can see up here it says new version, and I could accept that, download it onto the bike by hotspotting my mobile phone and having the latest version of the software on there. So the new software version is basically a few minor updates with the TFT display and some language layout stuff. Probably won't even notice a difference. But interestingly, on some of the forums, people are saying that it's done something with their twitchiness in their throttle. It's made it a bit smoother. So what I mean by twitchiness, I mean the bike, essentially you twist the throttle and nothing really happens, and then all of a sudden boom boom it goes up. So that's a bit of a twitchy behavior. See, I'm just barely rotating that, and then you can see it's just jumped 1,000 RPM. It's gone from nothing to ready to go, which is alright if you're moving, but when you're travelling slow, and in particular I find it is in second gear, if I'm holding it with one handlebar just trying to maintain a speed, it can be very tricky, and I sometimes hold it towards the end there to hold that part of the bar as well to give my hand a bit more support, so it's not as twitchy, but it does take a little bit to get used to, and for me it's not really a problem. But some people have just hate it. I have had my throttle adjustment in the slack in the cables fine-tuned by the dealer, so maybe that's made it a little bit easier, but nevertheless a little bit twitchy, but not unusable twitchy. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this software update, so I do need to hotspot my phone to do this in the middle of nowhere. This isn't by any means a tutorial how to do the update, but the app tells you how to do it. They've even got a guide built in, which is cool. Alright, so it says down here, beta update, added support for Brazilian Portuguese, improved network and Bluetooth response speed, fixed abnormal display of mileage and other data under extreme conditions. So nothing to do with the twitchy throttle there. Some people think maybe people are getting that throttle fixed because there's been a previous update that had the Moto Play. Maybe they hadn't rolled over to that version. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. During updating to avoid failure, don't start the engine or turn off the ignition switch during the update progress. The updating can take 5 to 8 minutes. Wait patiently. Get good network signal. Turn off any accessories that are powering up to drain your battery. Yeah, cool. All right, we're doing the upgrade now. So it is now downloading. You can see a little progress bar, so that'll take a while. Anyway, while that's going, I'll just tell you something cool I've just made. So this thing here, it is a ignition switch protector, and I've got to be careful not to turn my ignition off. But anyway, I'm doing this update. But you can see, like, it is a protector there, so I'm not going to accidentally rip off that button, which kind of sticks out from the throttle thingy majiggy. A lot of people have wondered how to fix that, so I'll come with the solution. So I'm selling these now in the Audi 555 eBay store. This is my final prototype, so it is made out of PLA plastic. It is durable to a degree, but the UV protectant in PLA isn't as good as other plastics, so it will last, I'm guessing, more than a year, but I don't know how long. So I'm just going to leave that on there as the official testing piece of kit there. But you know, that's good. Zip ties on. You don't have to do anything to install it. You just pop it over the top, zip tie the bottom, and then you're done. It's like a 2-minute job. Anyway, so this is still downloading, so we'll just stay tuned. So this is now unpacking in progress. You know, it's got a lot to unpack here. Bluetooth upgrade in progress. So some new Bluetooth drivers, I think. That's cool. I'm just taking this off so when I eventually learn how to do wheelies and cops pull me over, maybe I won't go to jail straight away. But I've also 3D print these. This is a protector. This actually goes over the top of the front brake reservoir. This, again, is my final prototype. and I actually printed it off with some old residue in the printer of another type of plastic, so it's starting to peel a bit on the top, but that's okay. It's a soft TPU rubberized material, so if you get rocks bouncing up and hitting it, it's less likely to shatter your front brake reservoir, which is just made out of plastic. And it's got a handy view there, so I can still see I've got brake fluid, so I know I'm going to be able to stop. What else have I 3D printed on my bike while that's still downloading? Well, over here, you can see these rusty bolts at the bottom. This is another prototype I've worked on, but I kind of forgot to keep working on. It pulls the front windshield out, so it sticks out at the bottom. I do need to get better bolts because these ones are cheap and they've rusted, but these are the stock bolts up here. But it just pulls that out to stop the wind buffeting on my head, which works perfectly, so that's pretty good. I've got the upgraded tank rubbers, which are underneath the seat there. Can't show you because I'd need the key, but they're on the Audi 555 eBay store. Very popular. Pretty much every single person in Australia that owns this bike is buying those, so thank you very much. Bluetooth upgrade in progress. This is like the longest upgrade ever. Something else I've 3D printed the other day. This cap fell off, so I put it on. Someone else designed this, and I filled up all of the inside here with some chain lubricant because it was actually starting to rust the metal parts in there, which is surprising. But the cap didn't sit in there very good, so I just got a bit of a rag and put it in there. But let me just take that out. So you can see the inside there is a bit rusty, but it's oiled up now, so it shouldn't get too bad. But yeah, that cap probably could be redesigned to make it a bit more snug. Oh, the update's going along there. And while it's stagnating, I'll quickly show you this last thing. This is just a little mount for my exhaust microphone to sit on there. And hopefully I didn't bump it so it's not recording. Alright, this is almost done. Oh, there goes my phone. Need that for the update. Oh, it's rebooting now. Straight away I can see one difference. It might be just me, but I think this font here is bigger. And the clock looks a little bit bigger. They kind of look bigger as well. Maybe they are. I don't know. I should have done this beforehand, but the now updated version is software.1.01.20. Let's start this up now. Alright, interesting. The traction control and ABS light are on. I don't usually see them both on, but maybe when I start moving it'll turn off. Yep, they're both turned off, which is good. I don't know, maybe it's a placebo effect. Maybe it's like 2% better, but yeah, I can't really tell the difference. But people are swearing by it that it makes a difference, so good on them. And I believe them. If it's made a difference to them for their bikes, they would know it's their bike. Doesn't really. I don't know if it made much of a difference to mine though. I'll just go down slow again. First gear. Oh, I dumped the clutch accidentally then. Yeah, still just the same twitchiness. Second gear. I always find going about 20 kilometers in second gear is hard to maintain. But I'm just used to it now, and I've really have to focus on my grip there. Overall, exactly the same, I'd say. So nothing for me to change, but that's alright. If you've had a difference in your software, if you found that, so there's not much of a change for me unfortunately, but that's okay. I'm not too stressed about the throttle being a little bit twitchy. It's still usable for me. Yeah, so it's good to have that software up to date now, and I can continue on with my adventures on two wheels once every 6 months when I get the opportunity to do it. Well, anyway, as usual, keep safe out there on the roads. Stay on two wheels and not on your head. And I'll see you all next time. Laters!